Hi, welcome to SDMIC classes. Students must have the qualities of desire, decision and determination. If students have these qualities of desire, decision and determination, they can achieve anything. Chapter 2, Meaning and Fundamentals of Double Entry Bookkeeping, Class 5. This is Part 5, 5th class. Hope you must have watched the previous classes. I believe you all must have understood. Now you all pay attention. We already completed our theory part explained in our fall classes. Now let's continue. Today I will show you some problems how to work out. In this there is no such problems like sums or anything. Just take theoretical applications and logical applications, nothing else. So it is not that much complicated. Just to understand the concept, I am giving you some example. Okay, so let's start. I have explained classification of accounts under modern approach. This flowchart you remember, you may be remembering, and if you don't understand, please refer my previous classes. And then the golden rules of debits and credits, this personal account, real account and nominal account, and what are the things, how the debit and credit rules are given. And then after that I explained you modern approach of classification of accounts. As per modern approach, accounts are classified into 5 categories. 1. Assets. 2. Liabilities. 3rd. Capital. 4th. Expenses or loss. 5th. Incomes or gain. These things also I have explained in the last class, and theory part we have completed. Today I will show you some 2 examples to just how to apply this into these logics, how to use this logic, and about to how to categorize these things. So let us start. Illustration 5 means the 5th example I have taken. Classify the following accounts into assets, liabilities, income, expenditure and capital. ये जो 5 categories में assets, liabilities, capital, expenditure and income, ये जो categories में इसको classify करना है, means categorize करने का है. So 25 points I have given here. So accordingly we have to categorize this. I am just removing all these things so that I will just put you so that you will be able to understand. Now see, first point, where we will take it, land and building. Where we will take it, it comes under assets. So what we will do, it comes under assets, land and building. Then what second is interest received. Interest received is an income, so that goes to incomes and gains. Okay, interest received, right? Interest received. Okay. Then 3rd point, computer. Computer is an asset. Computer is an asset. Then 4th one, sundry creditors. Sundry creditors is a liability, means जो उधारी जो लिया है, जिसको पैसा देने का है, उसको क्रेडिटर्स बोलते हैं. तो सन्ड्री क्रेडिटर्स बोलेगे तो लाइबिलिटीज. तो सन्ड्री क्रेडिटर्स, sundry creditors. Then comes 5th point, bills. Bills receivable. Bills receivable is asset. What? Bills receivable what? Assets. मतलब पैसा लेने का है तो asset है. Bills receivable. Then 6th point, discount allowed. Discount allowed is an expenditure. Discount allowed is an expenditure. मतलब जिस डिस्काउंट दिया है, डिस्काउंट अलाउड किया है, तो दैट इज ए एक्सपेंडिचर. दैट कम्स अंडर एक्सपेंसेस और लॉसेस. ऐसा क्लासिफाई करता है. ओके, सो यू शुड नो, मीन्स कैसा क्लासिफाई करने का है. जो अकाउंट हेड देखेगा तो मालूम पड़ना चाहिए ये कैपिटल है क्या, ये लायबिलिटी है क्या, असेट है क्या, विच कैटेगरी में आएगा. तो एक्सपेंस है क्या, लॉस है क्या, ये सब जो, और थोड़ा आगे जाते जाते वो थोड़ा और डीप में जाएगा, लेकिन दीज आर द बेसिक पॉइंट्स, बेसिक थिंग्स यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड. एंड देन 6th पॉइंट हो गया. 7th पॉइंट सन्ड्री डेटर्स. सन्ड्री डेटर्स मीन्स पैसा जिसे लेने का है, सो दैट इज व्हाट असेट, दैट इज असेट. सन्ड्री debtors, asset. Then comes what sundry debtors के बाद में goodwill. Goodwill is also an asset, though it is an intangible asset, it is an asset. Goodwill. Then 7th point, freight. Freight is what? Expense. Freight is an expense. Then 10th point, discount received. Discount received is an income. Discount received. Then 11th point, bills payable. Bills payable क्या है? जिसको पैसा देने का है, bills payable पेमेंट देना है, तो उसको क्या है? जैसे liability. So bills payable is a liability. Bills receivable is an asset. Bills payable is an liability. Sundry debtors is asset, sundry creditors is liability. So like that. Then 11th point हो गया bills payable. Then 12th point, Amit's capital. Capital is a capital account. It's Amit's capital. Amit's capital account. So it's comes under capital. Then 13 point, interest on fixed deposit. Interest on fixed deposit is what? Interest received on fixed deposit. Fixed deposit. Interest on fixed deposit. Interest received on fixed deposit. Now bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is what? That's a liability. Means बैंक से जो overdraft लिया है, means liability है. Bank overdraft is a liability. Then livestock. Livestock is what? That is a asset. Stocks or livestock, whatever it is a liabilities. Then printing and stationery is an expenditure. Printing and stationery an expenditure. Then printing and stationery हो गया. Then 20th point, carriage is an expenditure. Sorry, cash at bank. Printing and stationery is 16th point. Then 17th point, cash at bank. Cash at bank is asset. Then rent received. Rent received is an income. Rent paid is an expenditure. Rent received is an income. Rent received. Then repairs and maintenance is an expenditure. Repairs and maintenance is an expenditure. Then 20th, carriage is an expenditure. Carriage is an expenditure. Then outstanding rent is what? Rent देने का बाकी है, so that is a liability. Rent is a liability. Then 22nd, commission received is an income. Commission received is an income. Then what? Bank loan. Bank loan is a liability. Bank loan is a liability. And then electricity bill is an expenditure. Electricity bill to pay, that is an expenditure. Then copyright. Copyright is what? Is a asset. Copyright is an asset. So though it is these two are intangible assets, we cannot see, but these are treated as assets. They have some value. That is the reason it is taken into the assets. Okay, now this way these are categorized. Okay. This way these are categorized. So you should know that. See how we have categorized these assets. Out of this pool of this thing, this जो इतना इसके अंदर में से हम लोग ने इसको सेलेक्ट करके कौन सा कैटेगरी में आएगा करके इसको हम लोग सेलेक्ट करके उसमें डाल दिया. सो ये जो इसका मीनिंग यह है, ये जो देखने के बाद में आपको समझना चाहिए तो कौन सा इसके कैटेगरी में जाएगा करके. दिस इज एज पर मॉडर्न अप्रोच. ये कौन सा कैटेगरी में जाएगा करके. एसेट्स, लायबिलिटीज, कैपिटल, एक्सपेंसेस और लॉस, इनकम्स एंड गेन्स इसके अंदर में इसमें कैटेगराइज किया है. ओके, सो दिस इज क्लियर. नाउ दिस पार्ट इज ओवर. Now we have explained in the last class accounting equations. In the last we have explained accounting equations. Again I am just giving you for your memory, for refreshing your memory. Assets, the equations are assets is equal to liabilities. That means I have given you an example wise, means जो बैलेंस शीट का जो बता के आपको बताया था, इसका एग्जाम्पल करके बताया था, दोनों साइड इक्वल आना चाहिए. दैट मीन्स जितना असेट्स रहेगा उतना लायबिलिटीज रहेगा, जितना लायबिलिटीज रहेगा उतना असेट्स रहेगा. टोटल एक पैसे का भी इधर उधर डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा. सो असेट्स इज इक्वल टू लायबिलिटीज. असेट्स शुड बी ऑलवेज इक्वल टू लायबिलिटीज. Okay, now the accounting equation, assets is equal to outside liabilities plus capital. Assets बोलेगा तो total assets बोलेगा तो outside liabilities plus capital. Means balance sheet में left side liabilities and right side assets आता है. Okay, तो assets is equal to liabilities, total assets है. तो this total assets is equal to outside liabilities plus capital. Capital is also a liability to the owner, and outside liabilities is the liabilities not to the owner but to the others except the owner. So that is why we have called it is outside liabilities. Liabilities means what? Means total liabilities में आ गया. Total liabilities बोलेगा तो outside liabilities plus capital. Capital is equal to assets माइनस आउटसाइड लायबिलिटीज. अभी इसमें से कैपिटल अपने को निकालने का है, तो कैपिटल इज इक्वल टू असेट्स माइनस आउटसाइड लायबिलिटीज. ना आउटसाइड लायबिलिटीज इज इक्वल टू असेट्स माइनस कैपिटल. आउटसाइड लायबिलिटीज अगर निकालना रहेगा तो देखो इसमें से कोई भी इधर उधर, ये जो अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशन है, आउटसाइड लायबिलिटी इज इक्वल टू असेट्स माइनस कैपिटल. ये दिस ऑलरेडी वी हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड. नाउ इसका भी एक एग्जाम्पल करके देन वी विल वाइंड अप द क्लास, दिस चैप्टर. Let us illustration 4, give accounting equations for the following transactions. Okay, accounting equations for the following transaction. So जो भी ट्रांजैक्शन अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशंस के मुताबिक अपने को करना है. Okay, let us see. Nima started business with cash of rupees 60,000. Deposited into Bank of India rupees 2,000. Additional capital brought by Nima rupees 7,000. Purchased goods from Burma worth rupees 10,000. Sold goods to Karma rupees 7,000. Paid carriage rupees 5,000. Rent received interest rupees 200. Now इसको हम लोग ये जो ट्रांजैक्शंस को अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशंस के तरह से ले लेगा. ओके, तो मैंने जैसे स्टार्ट करता हूँ. निमा स्टार्टेड बिजनेस विथ कैश, 60,000 रुपीज़ कैश लाया. तो दैट इज 60,000 इज असेट्स, मीन्स जो कैश आ गया ठीक है, तो दैट इज एन एसेट. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. Assets is equal to, this is the equation, assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay, now assets 60,000 rupees cash आ गया, so that is equal to liabilities क्या है? No, there is no liability. Okay, there is 0. So what is it? Cash. So 0 plus cash कितना है? Capital. कैश इधर असेट्स में आ गया, कैश इधर असेट में आ गया, और इज इक्वल टू 0 प्लस 60,000 इज कैपिटल. सो दैट इज टोटल कम्स टू 60,000 इज इक्वल टू 0 प्लस 60,000 कैपिटल. ये नाउ उसके बाद में डिपॉजिटेड इनटू बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, डिपॉजिटेड इनटू बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. तो डिपॉजिट करने के टाइम में क्या हो गया? कैश गया, ओके, कैश हाथ से गया, तो -2,000, और बैंक में पैसा आ गया +2,000. सो जो दोनों असेट्स है, एक असेट्स रिड्यूस्ड एंड अदर असेट्स इंक्रीज्ड. ओके, देयर इज नो अदर ट्रांजैक्शन हियर. ओके, सो 0 and here also 0, there is no transaction. Okay, so the transaction happened here only, means when the one asset means cash reduce and the other asset increase, means cash at bank increase, bank balance increase. So that is equal to plus minus हो गया, तो 60,000 remains the same, 60,000, and here there is no transaction, तो ऊपर का 60,000 as it is. Now additional capital bought by NIMA, how much? 7,000. तो additional capital bought by NIMA, so that is additional capital cash आ गया, तो 60 how much? 7,000 rupees. तो 7,000 rupees plus what? Liabilities? No, there is no liability. Plus 7,000 rupees. What is brought in? Additional capital. तो capital बढ़ गया. Okay, so that is total is equal to 67,000. 67,000. Okay, now purchase goods from Verma for rupees 10,000 rupees. तो इसमें क्या आ गया? परचेज और मटेरियल आ गया, तो मटेरियल जो आ गया तो दैट इज व्हाट? दैट इज एन एसेट. ओके, तो एसेट इंक्रीज हो गया, सो प्लस 10,000. तो 10,000 और व्हाट इज दिस? लायबिलिटी, मीन्स इसको पैसा दिया नहीं है. रिसीव्ड गुड्स ब्रॉट फ्रॉम वर्मा, वर्मा से 10,000 रुपीज़ का मटेरियल आ गया, तो उसको वर्मा को 10,000 रुपीज़ देना है. ओके, तो दैट इज इंक्रीज. हियर इन कैपिटल देयर इज नो इंक्रीज. ओके, सो हियर इट इज व्हाट? 67,000 प्लस 10,000, 77,000. 77,000, so here 10,000, or here it is as it is 67,000. So what we will take now, here goods, sold goods to Karma, goods sold goods to Karma. तो इसमें क्या हो गया? So goods sold goods, तो goods गया, so that is reduced, is an asset. और what came means cash आ गया, ठीक है, कैश आ गया, तो यानी तो डेटर्स बढ़ गया, सो दैट इज एन एसेट. एक एसेट रिड्यूस्ड, दूसरा एसेट इंक्रीज्ड. हियर सेम वे, हियर मीन्स जो बैंक ऑफ इंडिया में डिपॉजिट किया वैसा उधर कैश रिड्यूस हो गया और मीन्स बैंक बैलेंस बढ़ गया. इधर कैश गुड्स गया और उसके सामने पैसा आ गया, नहीं तो बैंक जो रिसीवेबल बढ़ गया. ओके, सो नाउ दिस इज देयर इज 77,000 प्लस 7,000, 84,000 minus 77,000 minus 7,000, 70,000 plus 7,000, so 77,000 as it remains. Equal to 67,000, so 77,000 plus 70,000 is equal to 10,000 plus 67,000. Okay, so this way it goes. Okay, now paid carriage, कैरेज का जो पेमेंट किया है, दैट मीन्स कैश गॉन, सो दैट इज कैश गॉन. ओके, और यहाँ क्या हो गया? कैरेज इज एन एक्सपेंस, तो एक्सपेंस हो गया तो कैपिटल उतना रिड्यूस हो गया, प्रॉफिट उतना रिड्यूस हो गया. सो दैट इज minus A. So what happened here? It is 72,000. So now 77,000 minus 5,000, 72,000. Here दोनों side reduce हो गया है. Both things, assets reduced and here the capital reduced. Now 72,000 plus is equal to 10,000 plus 62,000. 67,000 minus 5,000, 62,000. Now here in this case, interest received rupees 200. तो 200 rupees यहाँ plus 200. Here also, here interest received, that means cash आ गया, that asset बढ़ गया. और same way तो that is interest received is an income, so उतना capital बढ़ गया. Okay, उतना capital बढ़ गया. So okay, so now the thing is that 72,000 plus 200, 72,200 plus 10,000, 62,000 plus 200, 62,200. So now the total, you just see 72,200 is equal to 10,000 plus 62,200. So 62,200 plus 10,000 is equal to 72,700. So equal हो जाते हैं, सब equal, balancing, plus minus जो कैसे भी करेगा वो अकाउंटिंग इक्वेशंस के हिसाब से लेगा तो भी एग्जैक्टली ये हो जाता है. ओके, सो दिस इज द केस. नो, आई होप यू मस्ट हैव अंडरस्टूड. नहीं तो वापस देख लीजिए और रिवाइज कर लीजिए. एंड इट्स वेरी इजी, नॉट दैट मच डिफिकल्ट. होप you must have understood this. Now let us see what we have learned. We are winding up this chapter 2, meaning and fundamentals of double entry bookkeeping. We have done introduction, recording of accounting information, all these things now we have learned. This is for your memory, you can just revise again. You can go to the particular classes and then you can see that. This is for your memory. I am just writing it, I am just giving it. Principles of double entry bookkeeping, advantages of double entry bookkeeping, then conventional accounting system under traditional method, then classification of accounts, meaning of accounts, definition of accounts, then classification of accounts also I have explained you, then personal accounts, impersonal accounts, real accounts, and nominal accounts, then under debit, credit, and golden rules of debit and credit. These things we explained. Then classification of accounts under modern approach, classification of accounts, this we have explained. Today also we explained you. Okay, some examples I have given. These accounts, the details I have given. Then these things I have worked out to explain you better. Then accounting equations, today also I explained you. So we have completed the theory part and I have just shown some examples also. So now let us wind up this class, and also this chapter 2 is completed. So this is for your knowledge. I am just giving you some details about the thing, how to study and all these things. We have completed the theory part and did some example. This will help the students to practice and it will be helpful to understand better. SDMIC classes, special notes are prepared for students and the same are not uploaded on our YouTube channel due to misuse and some other reasons. Notes could be given only on demand, and this gives a systematic guidance how to study, practice and prepare for exams. Textbook exercise, answers to questions and additional questions and its answers are given In our special notes, that will cover the maximum, and it is study and practice will definitely make the students score full marks or maximum close to 100% marks. More problems with solutions are given in the notes for practice. Try to practice by yourself to improve your thinking capacity. Student has to practice without looking at the solution first, and if not getting, then only take the help of the solution given, and then keep practicing. Self-practice will develop your skill. Good luck. I request all my students to study regularly. If you don't understand, watch again and again, because I want my students to score full marks in the subject or just close to 100% mark. Most important, you all must make a strong base in the subject that decides your career. After 11th and 12th, what you have to do according to your knowledge, according to your basic knowledge, you can decide. Means how deep knowledge you got, basic knowledge you got in this subject, and accordingly you can select your career, whether you have to go for your higher studies or any other things what you are opting in your future, and what you must have some vision in your life. Okay, so to achieve that, you have to make a strong base. Please read again and again, learn and practice to achieve your life's goal. I request you all to share the video classes to reach more and more people, so that many students and public can take the benefits. Help each other to grow together for a better India. India requires a lot of young, talented, knowledgeable, highly skilled young manpower. So share the videos, generate more and more talented young boys and girls. So talented young generation is required, because our economy is growing and there are so many opportunities coming up. Don't miss the opportunity, grab the opportunity and flourish in your life. Please subscribe and support for a good cause. Thank you.